Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel, and what I have here for you today is this fun-size multi-tool by Zanmax. This multi-tool is 13 in 1. 13 tools in one fun-size multi-tool. I call it fun-size because anything that's not big is small, but you don't want to say small, so I say fun size. This can be had in both black or silver. This is obviously the black version. I provided a link in the description box below to GearBest where you can get it for $14. It is an affiliate link. Again, another full disclosure right there. It doesn't cost you any more money, but it does support my channel as well as liking and subscribing and clicking the bell. Here's the box that it comes in. Here's the manual that you get. Again, they state 13 in 1. We'll count those and see if there really is 13 in 1. And it does come neatly packed away in here. So the first thing you'll be greeted to is these scales. They are aluminum alloy. When closed, this tool, if you have this keyring closed up, which is one of the tools, full secret there, is 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches long, weighs 3.2 ounces. The main blade, which is the one thing that everybody always wants to know. Let's see, there is a nail nick right there. Main blade, 2.25 inches, and it is made of 420 stainless steel. Here is our multi-tool with everything deployed, and Zanmax states 13 tools, so let's go ahead and count and look at each one. We have the scissors, the small blade, the wire stripper. I'm going to have to bring this really close so you can see wire strippers that groove right in there. You have a 6mm screwdriver and your bottle opener. Then they count the key ring right here. You have a multi-purpose hook to carry plastic bags. I'm going to demonstrate that too. Reamer and punch. Sewing eye, so if you're sewing you can see it. No, just kidding. Corkscrew. Then we have our can opener, which we're going to be trying out. Small screwdriver, which is a 3mm screwdriver right on the end of this. And then your large blade. Now, I've never actually seen anybody actually use the hook on a multi-tool before, but this is the way they always show in the pictures. Somebody using it. They just have it there and then they're carrying their little plastic bag like this, whatever. I'm sure there are other purposes for this, like maybe a hook to catch a shark. Not just kidding. Another thing that you don't see used too often anymore is the corkscrew. Of course, some people will have a need to open their wine with their multi-tool. However, it's also good for loosening knots. Now, one criticism I want to point out right away, because I have been messing with this a while, it does sort of go in a little bit weak right there. See, I can leave that there just so you know. I don't know if that's because I was overextending it this way or not, but I want you to be aware that that has happened. Next thing we'll go ahead and try is the can opener. You don't see too many people actually demonstrate these, so I happen to have. Just so happens, a can of pork beans. Let's say you're camping, and you know, people just don't demonstrate these too often. Let me sort of pan out here just a bit. I'm going to back the camera off. Excuse my poor work right here. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to get this part right here under the lip, and then get this part that's going to be jabbing into the can on the top of the can, just like this, see? Just like that. I'm going to bring this around here just so you can see. And then you want to work your way around. Now you want to take note which side's the cutting edge. Some have them inside, some have them outside. If it's outside like this, after you puncture, you got to move forward, puncture, move forward, puncture. If the cutting edge on these things are on the inside, then you want to move backwards as you're going along. So this one has it on the outside. So here we go. Poof. There we go. It's doing a pretty good job. Is opening the can. Now these aren't meant for speed. They're not going to open it like a super duper can opener automatic that we're used to these days, and the need for these is slowly diminishing as cans are putting in the pull tabs. Now, but you never know. In an inner survival situation, I would rather have this than a bottle opener. Alright, so you can see how that works right there. Of course, it's gonna, you know, the cannon is going to do weird things like this as you go along. You can help it along by doing what I just did there, and then continue along. This is the way these things just work. Alright, so you get the idea. Now once you go ahead and, you know, get most of it open, be very careful when you pull this back. You don't want to cut yourself because it has lots of sharp edges. But there is our pork and beans. Let me see how they taste. When you open it with your multi-tool, it makes these beans just taste better because you had to work harder to get those out. Yum. Now here's a public service announcement. Now you can see this did get into the pork and beans, which leads me to this point. If you're going to put oil to protect your tools, especially if you're going to oil the tools, make sure you use something that's food safe, such as frog lube. You could eat this stuff. You don't want to use some sort of poisonous lube and protectant on something that can go in your food. It's paper cutting time. Now you have two methods of cutting the paper. You could use the tool that's specifically made to cut paper, which is the scissors. Let's go ahead and get those out there. Wow, look at that. It's practically push cutting. Just kidding. Alright, so that worked pretty good. Scissors, definitely functional. Spring loaded, works as advertised. Now, where is the... I had no nails because I bit them all off because I spent an hour in traffic today. Alright, here we go. Let's see if this is sharp. Okay, we just push cut there. Wow. Actually, very, very impressive. Very, very sharp. Let me see if I can shave. Yep, we're shaving. See, there's hair right there. Alright. I also have some cardboard right here. This is model A1 cardboard. And, well, it comes sharp. And since it's 420 steel, which is pretty hard steel for a multi-tool, it's you know, well, it's average to high hard. It should hold an edge fairly well compared to other comparably priced multi-tools. Again, you know, this is a Chinese multi-tool. Yes, I know I'm going to get those people that, oh, my Swiss Army knife's better because it's made Swiss. Whatever. You know, some people want a beater to throw into their tackle box or whatnot. And also, I do like this handle, this aluminum alloy handle. It has better texture than any other Swiss Army knife. So as far as a benefit, in my opinion, over the Swiss Army knives, these scales, I do like these scales. Look at that texture right there. Pretty nice. Pretty good. Now again, while I have this in my hand, I think it is bogus that they're calling a keyring a tool, or they're calling the little hole in the reamer another tool. I mean, they over-exaggerate the number of tools with these things, as at all companies. Alright. Fat Fred's getting fatter. Eating pork and beans. I can't resist. Those things are good. It's good to get into Beanie Weenies because I would definitely finish the whole can. I might have a little bit of willpower to maybe not finish this whole thing, especially since I just ate dinner. Cons. The one con that I came across this is, again, feels a little weak right there. But, I mean, it's okay. It's closing. But, I mean, if I'm really careful, I can sort of stop it right there. See? You can see what I'm talking about. A little weak there. Everything else snaps right in place. I don't know if it's a defect just on this particular one. Some of these tools do have half stops. Let me see if the big old blade had a half stop or not, because I can't remember. No half stop on the main blade right there. When it is open, there is really no play, but all the springs feel just a little bit on the weak side, if you know what I mean. There's no authoritative snap. You can see what I'm talking about. You You can see it right there, but it does work. So if you have weak hands or anything, I guess that could be a benefit. But nothing locks in here. Everything is slip joint, spring loaded kind of stuff. Alright, $14 at GearBest. I do occasionally put these things on sale or flash sale for as low as $8. So if you don't want to pay $14 now, you can keep on checking that link and they may have it. Make sure you check both the black and the silver, because last time I checked, the silver was actually on sale for $8, but it's since now has gone back up to 14. So check every now and then. $14. So if you were looking at this, this is your official Zanmax review of the fun size multi-tool from China, from GearBest. Again, link is below. Please check it out. Please at least click like, subscribe, support my channel. I really appreciate it. And by the way, I do appreciate you, and I do hope you have a great day every day. Take care. Bye.